Hello. Sunday, Dallas, Texas. Yes. Sunday, 20th October 2024, Dallas, Texas. I'm in a hotel room with Franklin. That's him right there. You're watching TV. You're watching a game. So that you guys don't come say she's a prostitute and she's in a hotel room with a different man. Because each time somebody go in a hotel room, either by themselves or the man, they look at you as a prostitute. You can go to a hotel room with your man. We can still own a house, we can still own an apartment, and we can still decide me and my man to go in a hotel and have fun. That doesn't mean you're a prostitute. So I'm in a hotel with my baby daddy, Frank Allen. Before you guys start saying she's a fucking hoe, she in a hotel, or she in a hotel. I'm with my baby daddy right there now. Frank Allen. That's right. I think right now he doesn't want to be in my video because he wants me to air out some things. He wants me to talk, so he really don't want to be in my videos. But I'm in King's Hotel, Dallas, Texas, with Frank Allen with my baby daddy. It's okay to get in a hotel room. Okay, a prostitute is a prostitute. A hoe is a hoe. We know how a prostitute work. And it doesn't mean that you go with your baby daddy or you go with your husband or go with your boyfriend or terms classify as a prostitute. It doesn't classify a prostitute. We know what a prostitute is. We know what a prostitute is. And going to a hotel room is not like guarantee you as that you are a prostitute. We know the characteristic of prostitution. We know the characteristics of a prostitute. Understand? I'm that girl that even me and Frank get married today or in a partnership with a kid, I'm that kind of a girl that I would love to like go on weekend vacation. Me and Frank will go in a hotel room and spend our time in a hotel and come by in our apartment. I've seen so many couples married, kids, and they go on vacation and they leave their kid under a daycare and they go in a hotel room and spend 1 week with their husband. Just spend couple time with your husband. Just spend time with your boyfriend. That doesn't make you a prostitute. We know the characteristics of a prostitute. Watch my video. I already told you the characteristics. If you are loyal to one man, you are not a hoe. If you are loyal to one man, you are not a prostitute. There are certain characteristics that will classify you as a prostitute. And if you don't have those characteristics, then you are not a prostitute. If you are loyal to one man, you are not a hoe. You can even do porn with your man. If I decide to do porn with Frank and I post it, I'm not a prostitute because that's my husband. That's my baby daddy. Understand? We know the characteristics. If today I decided that hey Frank, we're doing porn, we're doing a naked video and we're gonna post it, that doesn't mean I'm a prostitute. That is my man. That is my baby daddy. That's not a characteristic. We know the characteristics, so we should not be confusing. Because we still have married couples that they own houses, they own apartments, and they'll go on vacation, they'll book hotel rooms, and they go spend private time alone. We see all the celebrities. We will see them. They'll travel out of the country. We see Gabrielle Union on their wedding anniversary. They will not even want to be in America. They'll book flight and they'll travel to France and they'll go spend quality time with Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. They spend quality time in France just by themselves for 1 week or 1 month, 2 of them, and they come back. Look, Kim Kardashian also was married to Kanye West, and the wedding did not even take place in America. They took the wedding to France, the whole family in France, and they spent like 1 month in France. most of the time, like Kim Kardashian, travel all the way to Paris to buy baby stuff for her kids. She traveled all the way to France just to eat her favorite cake. Understand? Don't get all these things twisted. Understand? If you married or you're dating and your boyfriend says let's go to the hotel room, doesn't make you a prostitute. Some people own houses, they own apartments, and still they want to go to the hotel room and they still want to just spend time in that hotel room for 1 week, 1 month, and they come back home. Understand? It's a different energy. But we know how prostitution works and we know the characters of it. So if you're spending quality time with your man and your man say we go to the hotel room, if you have a boyfriend and say let's go to the hotel room, doesn't make you a prostitute. But I'm gonna cut it there because I like doing this in my video. It's not even the topic. But you already know before starting my topic, I always do stuff like this. So I'm gonna cut it short because the topic of my video is food stamp. So I want to cut it short. Topic of my video is food stamp. Okay, first of all, I want to say I'm not that kind of a girl that like food stamp. That I have to talk about food stamp because sometimes sometimes we don't like something and we say we don't need it. But sometimes things will be difficult for you that you will like. Okay, I want the food stamp. I normally don't like food stamp because I like to work hard for my own money. I like to work hard for my own things and buy things myself and pay for my cash. But sometimes we go down, sometimes we break, we are in need of stuff that's why you go for government benefit. Go with a lot of government aid. That is what we are right now, about government aid, government assistance, where you have children and government is not assisting you in anything. We have government houses. And if America bought you here under American visa, you came here under American visa, you're a citizen, you have green card, you have social security, you are American citizen, and you are law abiding, and you are not benefiting all of this benefit. They're not giving you food stamp benefit, they're not giving you housing benefit. And now all these things that America is giving this to these people. And then to make matter well, you have given birth to 2 children and you still not having none of this benefit. So you ask, why are they not giving me all this benefit? I'm supposed to have them. At first, I thought I didn't have them because I was single. So I said I don't need it because I was single, and I said, well, I'll go hustle for my stuff. I don't need any benefit from America. But when I give birth, I knew our government will assist me with all financially, housing, food. I applied. It's not that I sat and fold my hand and I applied. They did not give me none. And me and Frank, we just left 1 week ago to apply for this food stamp, to apply for this house. They still not give us. So I said, why am I being denied? I'm not a criminal. Like I said, I've not killed anyone. I've not done anything bad. I'm law abiding. And these things are being given to Spanish people. And we have African Americans down the street. They are not provided housing. They are not provided food stamp. The government not providing no assistance to African Americans. But all this assistance is given to Spanish. Go on the street, you will not find one Spanish homeless. Just go outside. You are not going to find one Spanish sleeping on the street, homeless. All the assistance they are giving, and these Spanish are undocumented. These Spanish are illegal. They don't have documents, they don't have papers. They just came from Mexico and they just jumped in America. You ask them for their document, there is no document. You ask them for paper, they don't have paper. They don't have no legal document. They don't have no legal paper, but they are reaping all the benefits in America. And I ask, is this witchcraft? What the heck is going? Why are Spanish reaping all the benefit in America, and we have African American down on the street? Why not the shelter? You will see all African American in the shelter black. You will not find one Spanish in the shelter. They stay in houses, they own apartment. You go in a food stamp place, the whole food stamp place is full of Spanish. Go in their houses, it's food wasting. They are eating food, they are wasting American resources. And none of those resources are given to the black folks. So that's what I want to address, because I got hit low bottom and I came for assistance in America and they did not give me. Up to now, they have not given me no assistance. They have not given me no help money. If they could have given me help, right now me and Franklin could have been having an apartment. Right now me and Franklin could have been having a job. Right now me and Franklin would be God, but they have still not given me and Franklin no assistance. But he had assistance one time because he had stimulus check that was coming in. Remember in 2020 when the corona got shut down and they closed all the stores and everything and no one was working and they were giving people stimulus check. They were giving him money. He was having $1,000 coming to him, but I did not have any stimulus check. That stimulus check started in 2020, 2021, 2022. So last year, 2023, they were giving food stamp for like 3 years. And they had one, but no one food stamp. But yeah, I think I've addressed that one. This one is food stamp. So when I hit rock bottom, that's when I started seeking assistance for the government. Because I was like, insofar I have legs and my hand, I'll go and work for my money, because I'm not that kind of a person that is craving too much work. Insofar I have shelter, insofar I have food, and insofar I have clothes, and insofar I'm alive, I'll work for those little things. I'm not like extremely extravagant that just want to lavish, want to extravagant. I'm not that kind of a lavish kind of child, but I'm that kind of child that is craving the daily necessities, the daily needs in life. And I don't take it funny when somebody want to deny me of those things, like food, like shelter, like clothing. If you deny me of food, you deny me of a drink, you deny me of clothes, and you deny me of a shelter or good health, I kind of find it offensive and I don't take it lightly. So when I hit low bottom, I've been working since I came. I work Dunkin' Donuts, I work healthcare, I'll pay my bills, I pay my phone bill, I eat, I pay, take care of me. I didn't need nobody, and I would still send money back home to my mom and my dad and my sister. But at one point, I hit rock bottom and I was in denial. I could not believe it. So I was moved to the shelter. That was 2019. Because I went homeless the first time was 2016. So I didn't ask for no post stamp because I was still working and I was still taking care of myself. So 2019, I quit my job in Boston, Dunkin' Donuts, and I'll move to the shelter. So some people took me to the food stamp place. I didn't even know none of these things. But I knew the government was giving assistance to people who need help. That is where that government assistance comes in. When you go for government assistance, that you need help, and you're legal in America, they're supposed to give you all these things. You understand? They're supposed to. Except you are a criminal, that they will deny you. Or except you're illegal or documented, you were not brought in America the right way. Right now, my ID has expired. My social security has missing. All my documents got missing on the street when I was sleeping on the street in Houston. Somebody came and stole my bag. Somebody came and stole my luggages with my document, my passport, my social security. They stole everything inside. But that doesn't mean that I can be locked up or jail, because America know I'm in the system. If you take me, all you need to ask my full name. You just ask what my names are. You see me in the system. There's some people where you ask their name. You go in the system, you're not going to find their name in the system. It means they enter this country illegal without the government permission. That's why sometimes the police arrest them and deport them. That's why you saw me. I've been homeless on the street, and no police officer have ever dared me. They don't even ask for my ID. Because I don't even give a fuck. Because I know I'm legal. I know I'm legit. They just come bully me, and they know they cannot do nothing. Because if you ask for my name, you find me in the system, and you're gonna release me. The danger is those who are not in the system, who are undocumented, where they were not brought here the right way. They entered here They are refugees in America, yo. The America brother. America bring refugees, and you cannot take these refugees out. Some people came on asylum. They can't take them out. Some people came through school education. Some people, America brought them here. These people that America brought them here cannot be taken out. They cannot be taken out because America brought them here. Even if they commit a crime, I don't even say America can send them back because America brought them here. So they are now Americans. If they commit a crime, they will lock them up in jail and they'll throw them back out. But they cannot send them back to their country because they brought them here and they are now Americans. Even if they don't have documents, it are expired, all they need to do is renew it. They are already in the system. And when all they ask is your name. And when they ask your name, give your name will appear on that system. So that's how I have managed to stay on that street for 6 years. And police officers have never dared me because they know if they ask for my name, it will appear in the system and they cannot do anything. And if I do any crime, they'll lock me up in jail and they'll bring me back out. They can never send me back to my country. They'll never do it. They brought me here. I'm now American. I have kids. But I'm gonna stop it. I'm just talking about the food stamp. So that's how I got my first food stamp. So the people they took me to shelter. I was eating shelter food, and you know I'm vegetarian. I'm very picky. So I had help from 2 men. So they asked me, "Let's go. Let me take you to a shelter, the food stamp place where you can get your food stamp." That's where I had an idea there was something called food stamp. There are food stamp that sometimes you go in a place, they'll give you food. They'll just give you food. And these are very, they are expired food. They'll give you expired food, expired milk, expired. Like this lady I was staying, she was getting all this food stuff. But they were expired food. And there are some food stamp places that they will give you a card with money inside. So what they did to me, they gave me a card. So I was very lucky that the place these 2 people took me was the food stamp office where they gave me a card. So the lady, all she asked, I told the lady, I say I am homeless and I'm living in a shelter and I need assistance for food stamp. So the lady asked for my social security number and she asked for my ID. By then it was 2019, I still had my ID, I was still in Boston. Oh, I had all my documents there. So I gave her all my documents. She just went in the system and she entered all my information. Right there, she printed the card, removed the card, everything, gave me the card right there. Immediately she gave me the card right there, money inside. And she said the money will be activated in 3 days. I will start using it in 3 days. But you cannot withdraw money. You can only use it like credit card. And the food stamp is just to buy only food. You cannot use the food stamp to buy clothes. You cannot use the food stamp to buy shoes. You cannot use the food stamp to buy anything except food. So I was grateful. So the lady told me every month I'm going to be having $200 in my card. So I was grateful. And that was on Friday. And the lady said by Monday, the card will be activated. So I'm going to be using it. So I was grateful. So I left me and the guy was grateful. I went back to the shelter on Friday. And by Monday, I went to Whole Foods. And I said, let me try if it's activated. To activate it, you have to go and buy something to swap your card to see if it's working. So on Monday, I left the shelter because the food, you know, I'm picky. I'm picky with my food like that. So I was grateful. So I went to Whole Foods, bought some salad, bought some veggies, fruit, and I went and paid for it. And I told them, the only thing you have to do is go in the store that accept food stamp or the store that accept EBT. You ask them, do you accept food stamp or your store accept food stamp or your store accept EBT? If the store is accepting food stamp or is accepting EBT card, fine, you swap it. So they said yes, Whole Foods were accepting it. So I gave my card, the lady swapped it, gave me my receipt. I took my food, I look at the receipt. It said it was $200 in the card. Understand? So I was so happy that every month I was using $200. I used that food stamp for 6 months, so I left for New York. Cut that one short. So I had a lot of help from Boston, for real. So Texas is another level. They have elevated their game. Whatever game they are up to, they are elevated it for the worst. So that was it. So I moved to New York. I still had that food stamp after I've used it for 6 months in Boston, the shelter eating. So I came in New York. I stayed in New York for 6 months before moving to Dallas. The food stamp money was still running in New York. I found that and the guy that I was staying with, I said, hey, I have food stamp card. See that what I'm using. So the guy wasn't really spending money on food. All he was spending money on my clothes because he was paying me $200 every week. So all he was spending is me for clothes and everything because I already have my food stamp $200 every month. So I'm good with that. I go to work, I have myself, say got food. So he wanted me to get clothes. I came here with $2 of clothes and he bought all. So I was using the food stamp in New York. So I told him my food stamp is still running in New York. I'm still using it. And because he was telling me to go to food stamp place and ask for food stamp. I said, by the way, I had the one in Boston. He said, no, they're gonna, when they figure out that you have left Boston and you're in New York and you're still using their food, they're gonna cut it. Why you still running? Because they don't know that you have left Boston and you're now in New York. But when they find out you are no more in Boston or in New York, they'll cut that food stamp. So you go have to have a food stamp in New York. So it took me the food stamp in New York. But I was still using the one in Boston. So one to the one in New York. Said before they cut this one, you should have the New York food stamp. So I went to New York food stamp. I went there for 1 week straight and they denied me food stamp in New York. So I did not even know. The place was crowded with Spanish. They were giving them food stamp and all of that. And I'm just like, it's crazy. I don't understand why they're giving this people food stamp. And they're denying blacks food stamp. They are providing them housing and they're denying us black housing. You go in the shelter is full of blacks. And there's no one Spanish in the shelter. You go on the street, there are a lot of blacks in the street. And you can't find even one Spanish on the street. So I don't understand why it's only blacks homeless on the street. It's only blacks when you go in the shelter, they're in the street. And you don't find any Spanish. All these assistance from the government, the Spanish are the one taking advantage of it. If I had my own money, I work for my own stuff, I would never ask for no government assistance. Understand? But when you hit rock bottom and when you go low, that's when you start looking for government assistance, and they should be able to give you assistance. Especially when you get pregnant and you have kids, you have family. You are not American, you have American children. America is not giving you no financial aid, it's not giving you no food stamp. So I stayed there in New York. I keep going there for 1 week. And they were just playing me, and then at last I left New York and they never approved me the food stamp and they never gave me the food stamp. They denied it. So I came in Dallas. I met Franklin, got pregnant with Derek. I gave birth to Derek. Fran was working, taking care. You understand? I'm that kind of, understand? But I just feel like government should assist us if we go ask for assistance. Understand? If you're asking for help, there's some. Even when I was in that shelter in Boston, they were doing housing application, housing aid for homeless people. We had so many people that they were sitting there waiting for their housing. When you sit in the shelter, some shelter there, they'll help you with housing, they'll help you with food stamp and all of that. I did all of that. You sit there, you want to judge me and say she are looking for help from the government. I did all of that. And sometimes you get angry and say I'm not even going to ask for no government help anymore because I have asked for their help and they did not do it. In Boston, they gave me paperwork to fill. I saw so many people leaving the shelter every day. They say they got their new apartment. They sit there, everything have been lost. And they are starting back from crash. And these shelters are the one helping them getting back in your apartment. They'll help you with job. They'll help you with apartment. They'll help you with food stuff so that you can get your life back together. That's the reason of these shelters. So I sat there. They had resources office there that you have to go in and apply for there. I sat there. There was this lady that was all about housing inside the shelter. Your lost apartment, you apply for housing in 6 months, they'll give you a house. If you want a job, there's a place for job application. They'll help you find a job. You go get your job. All of those things. So that lady, they were doing this housing. The lady asked me, do you want an apartment in a house? I said, yes. So she gave me a form right there in the shelter. I filled everything. And she said, by 6 months, we'll look for an apartment. I waited 6 months. That lady, nothing, anything till I left the shelter. They did not help me with no housing in Boston. So I applied for these housing things in the shelter. It never worked for me. So I got pregnant now with Derek. I gave birth with Derek. Frank was working. So when I gave birth with Derek, it's now forcing me, start telling me to go get food stamp. And I was like, I'm not even getting this food stamp. I don't even like this food stamp. I want to work and I want to earn my own money and take care of my children. And he said, you must get food stamp because I don't have money to take care of my police, so you have to go get it. That's where we got that fight. That's where he punched me and hit me. That's the fight that he did because he was asking me to go get food stamp and I was saying no. And that's why he hit me and said we go get food stamp. And that was it. So we went and got food stamp. Me, him, I applied, fill all the application, we went there, me, Derek, and him, my son. They saw my son. I had my baby in my hand. Derek was 3 months old and Frank was standing there. We stood on the line. I had my ID by then. I gave birth in Derek in 2021. I'm talking, this video is 2024. Where after I've lost everything and my ID that have been stolen on the street. My ID got stolen on the street in 2022. In Houston, Texas. My bag was stolen. My social security was stolen. My green card was stolen. My passport was stolen. All my box, everything was stolen from me on the street. In 2022. But I'm talking about 2024. And that food stamp happened in 2021 when I gave back to Derek. I gave back to Derek and Queen in 2021. We stood there in the line. I had my ID by then. Had my social security. I stood there and I applied for social security. We stood there. That lady told me I don't qualify. I had Derek in my hand, 3 months old. The lady said you don't qualify. I said, what qualify food stamp where I had American son? This is Derek right here. How you gonna tell me I don't qualify for food stamp where I just left Boston? They gave me food stamp $200. I was not pregnant. I did not have a child. I did not have a baby in Boston. So this is the time that you're supposed to give me food stamp after having a son, American child. I'm supposed to have like $1,000 or $500 food stamp in my card right now because I have 2 children. If you can give me $200 food stamp money in Boston where I did not have children, then right now you have to double the money, like $1,000 in my card, because right now I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. And I was receiving $200 for food stamp in Boston when I did not even have children. And I came in Texas and I gave birth to Derek. And that's where I know the food stamp will come in, and they still denied me food stamp and say I don't qualify. I said, what do you mean I don't qualify? Huh? Well, you hit rock bottom and you don't have a job, you homeless, don't have nothing. That's when you come with financial aid from the government and they're supposed to provide it for you. And you deny the food stamp. You see my son, I had Derek in my hand, he was 3 months old. I was pregnant with Queen. You see me pregnant with my daughter. And you see me hold my son. And you see Frank was American. And you deny me food stamp and say I don't qualify. I say, you see Frank, this is why I don't want to come here. Because I go everywhere, I'm applying for all these things. They denied me. And they tell me I don't qualify. What do you mean I don't qualify? America brought me here. How you going to tell me I don't qualify? I have a green card. I have my passport. I have my visa. I have my social security card. I have 2 babies for American guy. And Spanish are reaping all these benefits. Eh? Go on the street, you will not find one Spanish on the street. Eh? Go to the shelter, you will not find one Spanish in the shelter. All full blacks. I know most of these blacks, they like most of them, they are not the criminal, they're doing drugs, they put in their hand where they are not supposed to do it. But they've been biased on them. That's why I see them doing what they are doing. Because if the government were providing all these things for these blacks Americans, you will not be finding a black American on the street. You will not be finding a black American on the shelter. It's because they have denied these blacks American all these rights and these things. That's why you see them doing all. You find them in jail for killing someone. You find them doing drugs, cocaine, and all of these things. Huh? That need to stop. I need to understand why they give Spanish all this benefit and they're denying the blacks all. I need to understand it. Because change is about to come. Martin Luther King said it. He already started with Obama. Huh? Me, I don't understand. I don't understand why they favor Spanish over blacks. Just go outside on the street. They're only black. There's no one Spanish outside. The Spanish have taken all the apartment. You go in any apartment, you see a Spanish will come there and be spying you. They are all over the apartment. Go in the apartment, it's only Spanish. Enter a house, it's only Spanish. Any place you are going for application to file for applications, the benefit are all given in Spanish. And the blacks are down the street. They are in jail locked up. And they are in the shelter, dying in the shelter. And the Spanish are being favored. And you look at it, they don't have documents. This America are the legit ones. And the Spanish are not even legit. They are undocumented. They are illegal. And they are reaping all the benefit that America is giving. And we are suffering on the street. It's high time they stop now. I'm not that kind of a person that even want help from the government. But if somebody is under America and that America brought them and said they will take care of you, they're supposed to take care of you. Right now, I was not supposed to be homeless. Because if America bring you here, you already know America have you covered. So how is America going to bring you here and then don't cover you? If America bring you here, you already know you're covered. And then you come in America, you find that you're not covered, and you find that you're homeless for 6 years, and you're still homeless for 6 years, and America is not covering you. It's a problem. Because you should be covered. If America brought you here, green card, America, and they say you want lotto, American visa, green card, social security, passport, visa, and America say come and stay. They have to provide you a place now. And you come, you don't have a home, you don't have